All right, let's talk about something that's probably going to sound a little crazy. We're going to look at how the healthy foods you've been eating for years might actually be betraying you, especially once you're over 40.
So, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You're doing everything you're supposed to do, right? You're picking the healthy options, you're reading the labels, but you still feel kind of tired, bloated. Maybe you're struggling with weight that just won't budge. It's so frustrating, and you're left just thinking, what on earth am I doing wrong? Okay, now get this. What if I told you that a food you probably eat every single morning, one you absolutely trust to be good for you, is actually working against you? I'm talking about new research that says it could be accelerating your biological age by years. Yeah, from the inside out. We are absolutely going to uncover what it is.
So, the big question is, how did we even get here? How did eating healthy get so darn complicated? It's time to peel back the layers on what's really going on with this so-called healthy food lie.
And look, before we go any further, I want to get one thing straight. If you're feeling confused, maybe a little frustrated by all this, it is not your fault. Seriously, you've been following the rules. It just turns out the rulebook we've all been given might be completely wrong.
There's actually a name for this feeling. It's called the betrayal trigger. And it's that gut punch moment, that feeling you get when you realize something you've trusted for years, like mainstream nutrition advice, has actually been leading you down the wrong path. It's that, wait a minute, I've been lied to feeling. And let me tell you, it is a powerful, powerful motivator for change. And this really lays out the whole conflict, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the common beliefs we've all been fed for decades. And on the other side, well, that's the hidden truth. Our bodies change, big time, especially after 40. And a lot of those health foods we've always trusted, they start causing problems we literally never had before.
Okay, so the moment of truth. It's time to pull back the curtain and name some names. Let's unmask these so-called healthy foods that might just be the real reason you've been feeling so frustrated.
All right, culprit number one. You're ready for this? Whole wheat bread. Yep. The absolute staple of healthy sandwiches and pretty much everyone's morning toast. We have been told for decades that whole grains are the holy grail, but it turns out, for a lot of us over 40, the story is way, way more complicated than that. And next up on our list, low-fat yogurt. I mean, it seems like the perfect snack, doesn't it? Low in fat, it's got protein. What's not to love? Well, here's the catch. When food companies take the fat out, they have to add something else back in to make it taste good. And you can probably guess what that is.
And to round out our breakfast lineup of culprits, healthy cereals. Oh man, the boxes are shouting at you about fiber and vitamins and whole grains. But the front of the box, it almost never tells you the full story. The real truth is always hidden on the back. So this chart just puts it all out there plain and simple. The whole wheat bread promises fiber, but what it can actually give you is a massive blood sugar spike that just fuels inflammation. That low-fat yogurt, yeah, it promises less fat, but it's usually hiding a shocking amount of sugar. And those healthy cereals, the ones fortified with vitamins, they're often just super processed grains with, you guessed it, a boatload of added sugar.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, why is this happening now? Why can't I just eat the same way I did in my 20s or 30s? Well, the answer? It's all in the science of how our bodies age.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? What exactly changes inside our bodies that suddenly turns these foods that seem totally harmless into major biological troublemakers?
Well, the answer has a name that scientists are using more and more: inflammaging. It's pretty much what it sounds like, a mix of inflammation and aging. It's this chronic, low-grade inflammation that just kind of builds up as we get older. And here is the absolute key. Your diet can either help calm that fire down, or it can pour gasoline all over it. And here's exactly how that chain reaction works. It's simple, really. Step 1, you eat one of these culprits, and your body basically treats it like pure sugar. Step 2, boom, your blood sugar spikes, and that triggers an inflammatory response. And step 3, well, when this happens day after day after day, that chronic inflammation starts to literally speed up your biological clock. So how much faster are we talking? Get ready for this. The research is suggesting that a consistently inflammatory diet can make your biological age, that's how old your cells actually are, up to 8 years older than your real age. Just let that sink in for a second. 8 whole years.
Okay, so that's the bad news. But what can we actually do about it? Well, here's the good news. You have all the power to change this story. It is absolutely time to reclaim your health.
And I want to be super clear about this. This is not about starting another restrictive, complicated diet. No way. The real solution here is much simpler and much more powerful. It's about a total shift in your mindset. So, what are the big takeaways here? First, start questioning everything. Just because a box screams healthy at you doesn't mean it is. Second, become a food detective. Turn the box over, actually read the ingredient list, and hunt for those hidden sugars. But the most important thing? Listen to your own body. Just ask yourself, how do I feel an hour after I eat this? At the end of the day, this is all about becoming the CEO of your own health.
So, I'm going to leave you with a question to think about. Now that you know about these 3 culprits, what other healthy lies are you ready to start questioning?
Hey, if this helped you cut through some of the noise around health and aging, do us a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely turn on notifications so you never miss what we've got coming up next.